Why should I worry about the government putting my licence photograph, awful though it is, on a database? Why should I worry about that?
Well, look, this is a part of a proposal to contribute all of Victoria's driver's licence photos to a federal database. They've already been uploaded and there's some testing going on prior to this thing coming online in December. As usual, I'm going to sound like a broken record and say that until such time as we have a proven need that this can actually address, it's a huge overreach, it's a big breach of our privacy, and it's just unnecessary. What are they going to use it for? Okay, let's talk about the government's record on using data to match to cause consequences for people
first,
in the real
the
world.
The idea is that eventually you get facial recognition technology.
Yes.
There are 60,000 CCTV cameras around Sydney, similar amount in Melbourne.
Yep.
And so you're looking for Neil the Crook. You've got his face from his licence. You run it through some CCTV cameras on a computer program and there he is.
Yeah, potentially. But also you have Neil the Crook and also maybe a few other guys who look a bit like Neil the Crook. This technology is imperfect. There are particular issues around the way that it responds to people with different skin tones. So the Massachusetts Institute of Technology last year did a study around the accuracy of facial recognition technology, and the error rate for particularly women of colour with dark skin was 34.7%, whereas the error rate for light-skinned men was under 1%.
But presumably they're not going to identify somebody and go and take them out. They'll go and interview them or...
See, you say presumably, but what I want to see are the guarantees about what the limitations are around the use of this information. And, you know, the government does not have a stellar record in terms of using matched information. Robo-debt is an ongoing schmozzle. So until they can prove to us that there is a little bit of a guarantee around the way that this information will be used and whether it can be a real benefit, I'm uneasy.
But if they can convince you of that, you relax with it.
Not fantastically.
But you walked up here from your office, you will have been filmed
Absolutely.
a dozen times.
Not to mention looking at my iPhone.
There's one on you now, probably.
Yes, well, there is right there. There's also when my iPhone is unlocked, I mean, that uses facial recognition as well. The horse has well and truly bolted. It's a matter of whether we continue to open gate after gate so it can bolt through paddock after paddock, I suppose, and into infinity.
So do you open your iPhone with facial recognition?
I do.
Why?
Well,
isn't that dodgy?
Well, have a look. Look, I'm swiping up and there it goes. It looks at me and it opens. It's just...
That's dodgy. Mr. Google's selling your photograph.
Well, do you know
won't
what?
give it to the government, you give it to Mr. Google.
This morning, I have noticed these two new white dots in the top left-hand corner of my iPhone. I have no idea what they are there for, and I plan on finding out. I was trying to do some research as I was walking in here.
Anybody know why the white dots are on the iPhone?
Two diagonal dots just under the thing that says the name of my telephone provider. Very odd. Anyway.
96900 693 13 13. But seriously, you're quite happy to put your face into
into Steve Jobs land.
Yeah, we know what they're doing.
Look, not really. I'm not particularly happy about it.
So why'd you do it? You could have just had your...
What, my fingerprint?
Well, no, but you could have
my passcode.
You could stick with numbers, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could. It's true.
But you won't give Daniel Andrews your photograph.
Daniel Andrews has my
Scott
photograph.
Morrison.
I just want to know what he wants to do with it. And look, the other thing is that...
Well, let me be perfectly clear.
The Andrews government says that the system will be initially used with police to target frauds and people who use multiple licences. I understand that sort of justification, but those kind of concerns should be able to be managed by Vic Roads, who already has all of this data. When we go to take our 16-year-old kids to go and get their learner's permit, you know, with their blood type, their organ donor status, I mean, this is all the kind of thing that is being uploaded into a central database, which provides a beautiful honeypot for hackers to want to access it.
Well, you
it's
reckon
just
you're
there are no guarantees.
Putting your face on your iPhone isn't the same thing. It's worse.
Look, there is encryption, but look, I agree with you. It's horrible, and it's terrible the things we sacrifice for the sake of convenience. It's embarrassing.
It's trendy. You could have just had 1, 2, 3, 4 in there.
Trendy has never been a concern for me.
When you go and play your little lawyer games in the Supreme Court...
Oh, my lawyer games, yes.
Do you have an ID?
No.
Really?
I don't.
You just walk in?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have to go through security, but of course I have to identify myself when I'm appearing and all of that kind of thing. But in fact, when most people who work, particularly anywhere to do with criminal law, this is my work ID. It's completely blank. It doesn't have the name of my employer on it or anything like that because of concerns about, potential disgruntled former clients and all that kind of thing.
Where do you think your photograph is available other than on your iPhone? I know mine on a card. Mine's on MCC membership.
Yep, working with children check
on
for
my
me.
licence. I haven't actually got around to working with children check.
You probably don't need one.
Well, I do. Well, where if I work with children? So it's on working with children check on your licence. Anywhere else?
Where else?
Liberty Victoria doesn't have an ID card.
No, it doesn't. So Sea Life Aquarium, I'm a member of the aquarium, and they need to make sure that we're not passing our membership, our very ludicrously expensive membership, around to other people. So they check our photos every time we go in there.
Melbourne Zoo?
I don't know if the zoo
not a
has
member there?
photos. Yes, we are, but I don't think they have photos on the cards.
So
But look,
it's out there.
It is out there. It's a matter of how much more freedom do we want to give the government to use it without any resistance.